Hello. So, in this article, Pipelines, Platforms, and the New Rules of Strategy, it essentially explains why platforms are transforming the modern business strategy. And the author's claims are that platforms scale faster and create more value because they orchestrate interactions, not just linear production. So to survive in a platform-driven world, companies need to make three key shifts. And shift one would be from resource control to resource orchestration, because companies uh, for years compete by owning factories, trucks, or stores. But today, the competitive edge comes from the ability to connect users and let them interact, such as Airbnb and Amazon. Shift two would be from internal optimization to external interaction. So, traditional pipelines firms they focus on improving internal processes, but platforms focus on governing the ecosystem, setting rules, prices, standards, and managing data flows so that the interactions are safe, efficient, and a high quality. And the shift three would be from customer value focus to ecosystem value. So traditional pipeline firms compete by adding features or improving performance for the customer. But platform firms compete by growing participation. And the real advantage comes from the size, the engagement, and the quality of the user base, not just the product itself. And this matters because companies that cling to pipeline thinking in a platform driven market will fall behind. The shift to ecosystem thinking, not product tweaking, is now the path to competitiveness. The article's strength is that it draws on well established theories like network effects and two sided markets. And network effects is where a product or service becomes more valuable as more people use it. And the two sided market concept is that theory that platforms create the platforms create value by connecting two or more distinct groups of users. So, and those examples would be Apple, Uber, and Airbnb. However, the limitation is that the article doesn't really discuss how durable um, the the platform advantages are once rivals the competition imitate the features or by users or regulators intervene. Um, and it also doesn't dig deep into the regulatory challenges or industries where platforms don't work don't work well. They have failed attempts. And the assumption is that network effects are positive and strong enough to matter. So the most important idea in this is the strategic shift from controlling resources to orchestrating an ecosystem is the defining turning point of this digital era. Network effects can outscale traditional advantages, which means firms must focus on enabling interactions and managing data, not just improving their products or internal processes. So I'm looking at Uber, in looking at these three key shifts. So Uber doesn't own cars, or they don't directly employ drivers. They have contractors. And it succeeds by orchestrating a platform ecosystem. It connects drivers and riders. It sets rules and pricing, and it uses data to improve matching, wait times, and reliability. It manages those interactions, which create powerful network effects because more riders attract more drivers, and more drivers reduce the wait times, which brings in even more riders. And Uber's success comes from not from controlling assets, but from managing interactions at scale. So managers should focus, their focus should be on building and managing an ecosystem that facilitates interactions and capture network effects instead of solely refining products or services. Thank you.